You. What's up, y'all? Tell like it is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. I want to do this video on Claressa Shields and Tank Davis and all that, man. The hoopla that happened the other day. Look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know what I'm saying? This was not a good look for Claressa Shields, in my personal opinion. Um, it's just not a good look. You know what I mean? This is why, like, when they say this on cold stuff and all this other stuff, man, that shit don't be existing, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It is what it is. I still support Claressa Shields, but this was something that she could have just not said nothing about. You know what I mean? Let all this, oh yeah, we just gonna go the higher road and da 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 da. It's like you came out capping for the dude, you know what I mean? And then I'm thinking like, okay, her and Tank got into like some back and forth or some shit like that. But apparently Tank never said nothing to Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields just jumped out the goddamn window and to defend Jake Paul. You see what I'm saying? So that shit to me, that was just weird as fuck to me. But let's get into this, man. So fair act use, salute the fight hype. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so let me tell y'all what the heck happened between me and Tank yesterday. Let me tell y'all, because this was ridiculous. First of all, listen, because this is why I started talking about that first, why I made that video about Jake and I hashtag Javante.
Okay, so she made the video about Tank. That video you seen her responding, and they like, oh, Claressa Shields giving Jake Paul this, that, and the third. That's her jumping out that's her really responding to Tank. You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you attacking Tank? I don't give a damn what Tank said to Jake Paul. If Tank got his ass whooped, Jake Paul would have been the first one to say something. When you lost your fight in the MMA, Jake Paul was the first one to whatchamacallit. Now that he lose, and you want to come to this dude's defense talking about the higher ground, and man, stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop that shit, man. Cut that shit out, man. That shit was uncalled for. Then you're going to go up, but the crazy part about all this is that you jumped out the window and you went at somebody that you kind of know. You kind of know Tank, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of know him. Y'all speak to each other, you know what I'm saying? Or have spoken to each other or can get each other's number and stuff like that. And, for you, Jake Paul, this is my whole thing about Jake Paul, though. Jake Paul, Claressa Shields would have got her ass whooped by Savannah Marshall. Jake Paul would have been the first one there to motherfucking rub it in at the end of the day. He would have been like, nah, Claressa, she's still a great champion and all this. No, Jake would have been talking his shit. Now, just because you are not one of the ones that's going to talk your shit at the end of the day, in that case, that don't mean that everybody feels the same way. Tank don't feel that way. Tank like, nigga, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He finally got in there with a real boxer, and the real boxer won the fight. You see what I'm saying? Did I watch the fight? No. Am I going to go back and watch the fight? No. This is a bunch of clown shit that we supporting as boxing fans that we don't need to really be supporting. Let Jake Paul and the niggas do what they're going to do. He got his ass whooped. Whatever. If he knocked somebody out, cool. If he get knocked out, cool. I don't really care. I'm more worried about Tank Davis fighting Devin Haney. I'm more worried about Terrence Crawford fighting Earl Spence for undisputed. That's the shit I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck about no Jake Paul. All respect to him. Get his bread. Some of this shit is some sideshow Bob shit going on. If they getting their money, they getting their money. Cool. I don't take that shit serious. Yes, the WBC did officially put Jake Paul in the rankings and all that. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? Good for him as he starts to rise and get better and better and better if that's what he chooses to do with the sport of boxing. He's definitely going to get money regardless. He has a brand that people support him. You know what I'm saying? More power to him. You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, that's the shit I'm worried about. Why are you defending this circus clown? You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous, but let's let it keep going.
I guess he was saying like everybody is kind of like giving Jake Paul a pass, and he has talk very bad about fighters who lose.
Absolutely. Jake Paul, and like I said, I got no problem with Jake Paul, right? But at the end of the day, Jake Paul, for people that, or talk shit, or he got his little things, even with dudes he been beefing with in the MMA, if they get their ass whooped, Jake Paul gonna be the first one there to shit on them. You know what I'm saying? That's petty shit right there. You know what I mean? And anybody can stoop to that kind of level. It is what it is. If I see a motherfucker get their ass whooped, my first reaction is, well, I may not say nothing, but in my, in the comforts of my home, be like, yeah, bitch ass nigga got his goddamn ass tore up out there. Yeah, fuck that motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? But the boxing community, if a fighter lose, I remember Blair Cobb lost his fight, motherfuckers trashed him. Motherfuckers trashed, stomped on him, shitted on him. You know what I'm saying? Threw mud on him, drug him through the mud, threw the nigga in the goddamn ditch, buried him alive, just to re-dig him up again and do this and rinse and repeat all over again. Facts. This happened with Blair Cobb, bro. I don't know if y'all niggas remember that, but that happened. You know what I'm saying? I watched it happen. I had no problem with Blair Cobb. I thought it was good. He's entertaining. He's, you know what I'm saying, talking his shit. I like that with certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If they go in there and get their ass whooped, hey, salute to them. You know what I'm saying? You just wasn't like that. You know what I mean? You just wasn't like that at the end of the day. But good showman. You know what I mean? He got his bluff card. I mean, he got his bluff pulled at the end of the day. His car is pulled. But come on though, Claressa, man. You know what I mean? Jake Paul does this shit all the time. The boxing community shit on fighters all the time when they lose. But we come into the defense of this circus show. You know what I mean? Was this clout coming from Claressa Shields for this shit? I don't know. But it was very weird as fuck. It was very almost like coon-like behavior and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it a buck. You went out your way and tagged Javon. I'm pretty sure there's other boxers who was talking shit about Jake Paul losing. But because Tank is one of the biggest names in boxing, you know what I'm saying? You can get a little respect. You know what I mean? Y'all know how the game go, man. It is what it is, man. But let's let it keep going.
And I'm one of them. I didn't lose a boxing match, but I lost a split decision in MMA. And this all started off with, me saying I was actually supporting Amanda Serrano, but, they're promoting her or whatever the case may be. And I said, I understand that Amanda, is fighting on the undercard of Jake, but she should be fighting the main event. He should be under her. She's the world champion. So that's where it started with me and Jake at. So Jake gets mad about that, because anything I say go viral. And he gets mad about that. And I guess when I lost to Abigail, he comes attacking me saying, karma's a bitch. Claressa is a loser. She lost to Abigail. Congrats, Abigail.
All right, now you see how far Jake Paul went? Did you see how far Jake Paul went? Jake Paul went as far petty as can be. You know what I'm saying? Petty as can be. And he has his rights to be petty as can be as well. You know what I'm saying? They've been going back and forth with it. But I'm not about to jump out here and motherfucker, you know what I mean? I thought it was some bullshit when Jake Paul did that shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But, they got their little back and forth. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think I did make a video about Jake Paul doing that shit. Like, man, cut that shit out, bro. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But in this case, Claressa Shields is siding with Jake Paul. That's weird as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying?
I guess he was just trying to down me because I lost an MMA fight. And I'm like, don't get beside yourself. I'm still 13-time world champ. Still undisputed champ. Like, where you get off coming attacking me because I lost in the main match, but never complimenting me or giving me props for winning and being the greatest woman of all time. He can say Amanda Serrano all he wants, but everybody else knows it's Claressa Shields. So that's where Tank was at. So Tank was like, basically everybody just clowning Jake and nobody is, being around him like they be on other fighters, because when you lose one boxing match in boxing, more than likely some say that, he done fell off. He ain't on top no more. He was ranked number 1. Now he ranked number 10. Like, like he just was. Tank was speaking facts, and so when I.
So the brother's speaking truth. Why are you even saying anything about it? Tank said nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And then you jump in here, man, it almost on some mammy shit. I ain't want to sit up here and hold you, Claressa, man. That was a bad look, man. That was a terrible look. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, I know some people might feel different. That's fine. We can all have our own opinions. That's cool. Me personally, this was a bad look for her. You know what I mean? Because nothing wrong. I could see if because she probably felt some way because she probably was sitting in the home, dick riding for Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what really ticked her off about the tweet. Y'all over here dick riding Jake Paul, da 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 da, and she probably wasn't nobody. You know what I mean? A hit dog holler. You know what I'm saying? A hit dog is gonna holler. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Claressa felt that. She probably in the nah, Jake, even though I don't fuck with Jake, but Jake, you could probably come back from this. I understand what it's like to lose. And you start feeling sympathy for the man. When your ass lost, that man, salute to Abigail, put that ass whooping on Claressa. Yeah, boy. You know what I'm saying? You over there. Well, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, you still come back. And all of a sudden, you see Javante Tank. Oh, hold on, he talking about dick riders. He talking about niggas dick riding. Hold on. Let me see Tank. Tank, let me tell you something, Tank. Because, look, a champion, like, cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out, Claressa, man. That was a terrible look, man.
Had shared his thing, and I said, yes, he screenshotted my stuff, basically saying, like, I'm one of the people. And it was like, nah, bruh. Up on your post, you said, dick riding Jake. Oh, baby, what he wish. But the quote don't dick ride nobody.
Claressa Shields, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That was dick riding. Yeah, that was dick riding. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Claressa. Yes, it was. You was dick riding Jake Paul. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. It's so much that you jumped out the window. Nobody even if Claressa Shields ain't said shit, nobody, you know what I'm saying? But you felt some way in your soul because you probably was really dick riding Jake Paul. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? A hit dog is gonna holler. Let's let it keep going.
Like that's on that. So when he went there and talked about basically saying that I was one of the people that was dick riding Jake Paul, it's like, nah, bro. It's just a certain way that a world champ carry themselves, especially a 3-time undisputed, 13-time world champ, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. There you go. Right, it's something that you carry yourself. So I don't gotta kick him while he down. He down. It's like knocking somebody out.
All right, and but here's my thing about it. If you get your ass whooped, Jake Paul, or maybe I don't know. If Jake Paul is really the petty king like that, if you get your ass whooped, Claressa, Jake Paul gonna be there to motherfucking shit on you. It is what it is. If you don't, maybe this whole situation it might change. You know what I'm saying? If Claressa Shields is to take a loss to somebody or something like that. But at the end of the day, like I said, you jumped out the window. You were dick riding that man. Yes, you was. That's why you got mad. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got mad. Tank, it put a post. Tank, you know what I'm saying? It was one of your kind of in your windows kind of shit. Unless Tank actually tagged her in the post or some shit like that. But I didn't see that in that post from Tank. You know what I mean? I just seen Tank, motherfucker. Because if you seen the fight and you seen after the fight, bro, they was dick riding the fuck out of Jake Paul after the loss. So he's talking about all the interviews and he ain't talking about no Claressa Shields. He talking about what he's seeing from the event, from the announcers. Oh man, to get in the ring, it take a lot of fucking courage. Da 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 da. But if it's Adrian Broner that lose, AB, let me tell you something, AB. You are now 3-1 in your last 7 fights, AB. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is a dude who done accomplished, who done had boxing popping. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit. And every time Jim Gray step his little weird ass in the ring, he up here, diminishing the fighter or when AB was, I beat that boy, which he did beat Pacquiao. I don't go fuck with none of y'all niggas talking about. He beat the shit out of Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, everybody clowning him. You know what I mean? Don't nobody come to the aid of Adrian Broner and none of these brothers. At the end of the day, it's only. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on who we like. Okay, I guess it only depends on who we like. It's not on some, we all supposed to form together like Voltron. You know what I mean? Because this was clearly a case where Tank ain't said shit to. It wasn't tagged, nothing. She just jumped out the window and made an Instagram video responding to Tank as if Tank said, "Yeah, Carissa Shields, man, get off that, man. You over there, that man was dissing you and shit. You over there dick riding this nigga. Come on now, Carissa, man." And then I could see if Carissa was like, "Hold up, nigga, dick riding." You know what I'm saying? I could see if it was that, but that wasn't even in the case, y'all. It's unbelievable, man. But let's let it keep going.
And then jump on and keep hitting. They out. It doesn't matter what kind of videos Jake Paul put up about him, that he's happy he made 25 mil, he only boxed for this long.
Right. Jake Paul done made 25 million and he ain't really been boxing that long. Jake Paul is getting the bag. Him taking this low loss, he'd be all right. As he did in the video where he was fake crying, laughing. Of course, the competitiveness, he probably did want to win. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. He took a loss. Shit, he ain't really no boxer like that any goddamn way. The nigga's a YouTuber that's learning how to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you give him his respect. But, all this shit, like, come on, man. I got this more serious shit in boxing that we need to get. But the problem is y'all supporting the Jake Paul shit. All the boxing bloggers, y'all support the shit. Y'all blog about the shit. Y'all watching it. Oh man, it was a great event. Oh man, it was this. Oh man, let me tell you about what Tommy Fury was doing. Oh man, let me tell you what Jake Paul should have did. All that shit is fucking the shit up because you're putting too much attention on clown shit. We need to be banging on the fucking drum, beating the fucking drum, and the Congo, and whatever the fuck at the end of the day. I can't even get it out. But at the end of the day, I know the whatchamacallit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we should be pounding the fucking ground to these goddamn the Showtime, fucking Fox, Al Heyman, PBC, these promoters. Get the fucking fight done, man, between Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. Make Tank focus on that little fight he got going on with Ryan Garcia. I'll jump on Tank ass after that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Let's be real, man. Let's be real out here, man. Let's just stop the bullshit, man.
It doesn't matter. Everybody want to win. That's what wins. Look, that's what matters. The fact that he didn't win, gone. Man, he got this dude going viral everywhere. So many interviews. He all over on YouTube. You could say that the whole world seen him get his ass kicked, and y'all telling me that he don't care because he made 25 million. What? It's no fun spending and partying and having a good time with 25 million, and you got your ass kicked. What you celebrating? Losing? It's me. What are you celebrating? So that's how me and Javante got into it, because he was saying basically like, I should have, basically just go at him the way he went at me. But I'm just not stooping down to Jake Paul level, and I never will. I'm gonna say.
So instead, Tank is basically saying, "Hey, you should go at him like he went at you," and you like, "Nah, nigga, you got me fucked up. You said something about dick riding, nigga. Now let me tell you something. See, Tank, this is what happens, right? Because when you're a champ, you don't have to condone yourself like that. And when we don't do that. We don't. What's the saying, Michelle? When they go low, we go high. That kind of shit. Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable, man.
Hey, what I say, how I say it, but hey, man, I wish dude the best. Go out there, fight another boxer. Making a video he made of him crying and then laughing like that shows that he cared, for sure.
Now she's capping. Him showing a video of crying then laughing, the man was playing. The man got paid, bro. The man got paid. The Jake Paul will be fine, okay? Jake Paul probably done made more money than most boxers did this year and last year. These are facts. And he not even, I don't consider the nigga to be a real boxer, period. I don't. But the man that made more money than boxers out here all last year. This year and last year. But they willing to pull up the money for that. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem that I have with the Jake Paul shit. They're willing to put this money up and oh yeah, people not gonna steal the fight, but then they'll give us a bullshit fight as real boxing fans. They'll give us a fight like they'll give us the top guy, but then they'll give us some shit like, all right, we ain't really into. So for instance, right, they'll give us Earl Spence and then Ugas or some shit like that. But the fight we really want to see is Terrence Crawford. But they don't want to put the money behind that, so they get mad and the fans gonna steal the fight. Of course the fans want, nigga, we don't want to see that shit. We don't want to see that. The reason why Tommy Fury and Jake Paul did well, people wanted to fucking see it. They've been building the fight. It didn't take that long. They've been building this little fight for maybe a year. Okay? Tommy Fury got in negotiations. He had to back out. Jake Paul fought, what's his name? Tyron Woodley. Then they came back and they did their thing again, whatever the case may be. They started, and then they actually got a negotiation. They actually made a fight happen, and this is the results. They did good. What happens when you fucking marinate in the goddamn fight for 5 fucking years? It's too long. It's too long. You see what I'm saying? I will give Jake Paul the credit for that. He has came in the boxing game and done some good things. You know what I mean? As far as, especially when it came down to the women and that women card he was a part of with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, both of them getting $1 million a piece. You know what I'm saying? That was groundbreaking for women's boxing. You know what I mean? Salute to him on that. You know what I mean? Salute to him for even making this fight as fast as they made it, because it showed that you can build a fight quick. It don't take. You gotta strike while the iron's hot, while the grease is popping. You gotta get that bitch thin. You know what I'm saying? You don't let, you know what I mean? Let the grease sit up there for 4 or 5 days and shit. You might burn your fucking house down, and 2, you're gonna burn the grease is gonna go bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? This shit like this just kind of pissed me off. I'm about to rant anyway on my next video with this Earl Spence shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it is what it is, man. But hold up, I just got a notification. I might have to hold up on that. But let's get into this real quick.
But I know when I lost this British to Abigail, I had made some good money, but I put that money up. Why I'm gonna go to the club and celebrate?
Well, respectfully, Claressa, you wasn't getting nowhere near no goddamn 25 million. I'm just keep it. I'm gonna keep it a bean pie with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot different. You holding the L and you don't got 25 M's. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? If you got 25 million, as much when you did lose to the girl Abigail at the end of the day, you know, you already knew you was coming back to boxing anyway, so that loss wasn't really affecting you neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, Claressa, you wasn't taking that shit to heart like that. You already knew that you got to get your mind right, get back into this boxing, get a warm-up fight, and then get ready to fight Savannah Marshall. You know what I'm saying? And get your lick back. You know what I mean? That's all that shit was about. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, I gotta, you know what I mean? Come on, Claressa, cut that out. If you got paid $25 million and lost that UFC fight or that MMA fight, you know what I mean? You weren't worried about it. And you didn't get paid nowhere near $25 million and you weren't crying and bugging over that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not in the inner circle or anything like that. But, you know, it is what it is. I know Jake Paul not crying and complaining about holding that out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little disappointed. It is what it is. He know he got a rematch clause. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So, and I lost. Real fighters care about losing. Like, I got a problem with somebody that lose, and they just be all right with it. Ain't no.
Okay, so Claressa, this whole shit made you look bad. That's why I say this is a bad look. So you just sat up there and said Jake Paul was crying and then laughing. This nigga playing, you know what I'm saying? About holding this L. And now you up here later on in this interview talking about you got a problem with people playing, but you attacked Gervonta Davis. Why you ain't attack Jake Paul? Like I said, man, this shit is just crazy, bro. This is crazy. This was a bad look for Claressa Shields. My personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all brothers might get mad and shit like that. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But look, man, fuck that. I gotta tell like it is. This is a bad look. You know what I mean? Not only is he doing what you're complaining about right now, he actually did that, and you actually stated that in the video that he did that. But you didn't attack Jake Paul, even though Jake Paul is the one that y'all been going back and forth, and Jake Paul, you know what I mean? Y'all been snapping back and forth, and then you finally lost, and then he jump on your ass. And now when Tank do it, because he basically, looking out for, big cuz, or, you know what I'm saying, looking out for auntie, or, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Here you go chopping down on Tank. Like, Tank was better off just not saying nothing. Or I don't know if he tagged her in it, or if that's what he was explaining on the phone, but Tank was better off not even saying shit, period. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do think a little bit of this is clout chasing. I do think this is her once again on her feminist shit. You know what I'm saying? Claressa Shields she has very feministism to her at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. It is what it is. I think this is definitely one of those tactics, because you're going to attack the brother, but you ain't going to go after Jake Paul. And you stating you don't like when people do that shit. He did everything, and he actually is somebody who came after you when you held that out. It's unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, man. Let's let it keep going. I think I'm going to end the video because, this shit is it probably only going to get worse, man.
I'll be all right. Like, Jake Paul's too competitive to just be like, he's all right.
Now you know this man. You know this man is too competitive to be all right. Jake Paul, he too competitive. So, like Tank said, this is what actually, I'm going to end the video here. This is why she was mad. This is why she jumped out the window and made the video about Tank Davis. Because when Tank said, y'all dick riding this nigga, you know what I'm saying? When other boxers get their ass whooped and shit off, the boxing community, we trash them niggas. Especially if it's a fan base that don't like a fight or whatever, they gon' motherfucking step on them, period. You getting stepped on. Jake Paul lose? Oh, well, Jake Paul, man, he made 25 mil. Well, Jake Paul, man, Jake Paul, he tried, man. He was trying to be great, man. Jake Paul, Jake Paul. Y'all was dick riding Jake Paul. That's what happened. Y'all was dick riding that man. You know what I'm saying? You got Radio Raheem coon ass in the ring talking about, yeah, man, it's a great fucking job, man. It's all about coming back and this. But Wilder lose. Let Wilder get knocked out or something by Tyson Fury. Oh, man, Wilder, man, he making excuses, man. Wilder this, Wilder that. Jake Paul out here talking about he's sick. Ain't nobody he was sick before the fight. Ain't nobody jumping on Jake Paul ass. I bet y'all ain't nobody gonna get out here and jump on Jake Paul ass. Y'all bitch ass niggas know better. Y'all bitch ass niggas know better. Y'all ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all do a little tweet. Y'all ain't gonna jump on no Instagram and get the barking. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy, man. It's crazy, man. This is madness. This is absolutely madness. I can't believe Claressa Shields did this shit, man. I'm like, damn, man. What the fuck? You know what I mean? And then she up here, no, I know Jake Paul. He wasn't playing. He was dead serious. I know he too competitive for that. Now you know the man, too. Whew. Unbelievable.
That's why I need the rematch. Because he want to feel, he want to know what it feels like to get his hand raised over Tommy Fury.
So Jake Paul losing and turned Claressa Shields into a fan. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake, you the man, Jake. I ain't gonna hold you, Jake. You the man, fam. You the motherfucking man, fam. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, don't get mad at me, man. I just gotta tell like it is, man. You know what I mean? Salute to Claressa Shields. I still support Claressa Shields, but this was a bad look, man. God damn. You know what I mean? Claressa gonna do this from time to time. Just let y'all niggas know this shit. She gonna do shit like this from time to time, and I'm gonna be here to motherfucking address that shit. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You know what I mean? I think it's very important that, because there's women like this in general from all races, okay? So I'm not saying this is some ancient American thing. But at the end of the day, there's chicks like this from all races. They do feminism shit like this, you know what I mean? And they mainly only do it, okay? They mainly only do it when it's an ancient American. They'll never do it. Like I said, her and Jake Paul been going at it. Now she know Jake Paul, and Jake Paul is competitive. He won't even play like that, and he gonna come back. He want to know what his hand. You were dick riding, but you jumped on the tank. You can't make this shit up, yo. You can't make this shit up, man. You know what I mean? So men have to be very careful, man. There's women that use situations like this, and you got to be very mindful of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even in your regular day life, and it may not have no shit to do with no sport, but if there's some situation you see copping and throwing on the cape for somebody, like, oh, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it might be your girlfriend. Is she up here throwing cape on for some other random ass nigga? You like, wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you low key dick riding this nigga. What's up? You know what I mean? Well, don't say that out loud, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, she kind of dick riding this nigga right now. What the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to be worried about what's going on. That's the problem. Or not what's going on, nigga, what's going in. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I'm about to get ready to end this video, man. So shout out to day one, shout out to new ones, man. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, yo. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.